Yeah. Yeah. Let me say this, right? So the reason why I said Aaron's ugly ass is because I was trying to say the least disrespectful thing I could say because I didn't want to exaggerate what I was feeling in the moment. My feeling was this pussy ass nigga, but I didn't want to say that because it's just a feeling, it's passing. I know I don't really feel that way about you. So in the moment, I just called you an ugly ass, right? It isn't really about your looks at all. It was just about me expressing that right now I don't fucking like you because I know if I play the clip of you saying that Fantastic wasn't the one who started cutting us off on the show about the coon shit, if I play the clip of you shaking your head saying no, Fantastic didn't start it, and then like we reviewed the other day, I played it and showed everybody it was literally Fantastic who started it, I guarantee if I play it, you won't acknowledge it. So I don't fucking like it.
Well, let me say this. Did those words come out of my mouth, or are
Yes,
you
your lips
assuming
said no, he wasn't. I said Fantastic started the cutting off. You said no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
you heard me say no, he
Don't ask me
wasn't,
what
and
I heard.
no,
I just told you what I saw. You're not gonna play semantics with me. I'm not the stupid one.
so I can't ask you a question.
I answered it. I just told you what I
No,
saw.
What are y'all talking
you
about?
said don't ask me what I heard. You're telling me
Right.
what I saw. I'm
Right.
telling
I
you,
already
I'm
told you.
asking you what you heard. You just
Yes,
told
I
me
heard you.
not
Yeah,
to
I
ask
heard
you
you.
what
Yep,
you
I heard
heard.
you. Yeah, I heard you.
So
Yes,
you're
I heard
saying I can't ask you what I heard, what you heard.
you. No, I'm answering your question now. Yes, I heard you say it. Yep. Now what?
Okay, I would like to hear this clip.
Right. So you see what I'm saying? So this is the part right here. See, this is ego. Nobody gonna call it out, but I will. This is ego.
What are y'all talking about right now?
I don't know.
I'm lost too.
Yeah, right. So Ham, when we was doing the Coon show, you remember the Coon show? And me and
Yeah.
Fantastic got into it, and then me and you had our back and forth because I talk about how you always giving this motherfucker Fantastic all this goddamn favoritism, right?
Yeah.
Don't say y'all when it's your fucking boy. Call your boy out because your boy's the one doing the shit. So I said in a statement to you that Fantastic was the one who started the motherfucking cutting people off and shit, right? He did it to me first. And here's Aaron. No, he didn't. No, he didn't, right? So I rewinded it back and showed everybody that it was absolutely Fantastic. And when he did it, I said, you know what? I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
You can hear me saying that?
So now what he's doing right now is focusing on whether or not I can hear him because he knows most of the time his mic is muted, right? Instead of just acknowledging, you know what? I was wrong. If you say that Fantastic started the shit and I said that he didn't, whether it was in jest, in
another show
or whatever, right? If I was wrong, I was wrong. But see, what he want to do is try to find a way to make me wrong instead of taking accountability. See, that's what I'm talking. And that's why he was an ugly ass nigga.
Okay, so Aaron, you were referencing something being said today or said before or some shit.
I don't know. All I'm saying is he says he heard and saw these things. I would need to see and hear the clip that he's talking about before I can even speak intelligently about them.
Okay. All right. So this is about the other show.
At this point, I think it may deteriorate the quality of your show. I mean, I'm interested in having the conversation. Wait. Now, why is it that when you go on diatribes, I sit here and listen intently, and even when I open my mouth, when I think you're done and realize you're not, I close my mouth and let you continue. But I don't get the same grace. As you can see, you're doing it again.
Yes.
All I'm saying is I'm willing to have how men show up on panels. That's the title.
Accountability, nigga. How men show up on panels. Accountability, nigga. Which one?
What? So you guys are talking about the other show?
Yes. No, I'm talking about right now.
Yes, he asked me why did I refer to his looks, and I'm explaining to him why.
Yeah.
And
so what I'm trying to understand is you referred to his looks today.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You referred to his looks today based on that show?
Yes.
Oh, because you like, I ain't fucking with you right now. So you ugly.
Absolutely.
And I was just using that as a classroom opportunity on how men show up on panels to air grievances or whatever the case is, or when you had said that disrespect and all, you know what I mean? That men typically are quick to go down those roads. I was just saying that this is an example of such.
Oh, okay. The premise of the show.
Correct.
Gotcha. The reason why the majority men's panels deteriorate quickly is because of things like that was an example. Okay.
Precisely.
I understand.
Right.
Beans probably would agree, right? Essentially, when we started.
Okay. Nobody cared until he just came up on the panel to bring it up. So who's actually disrupting the show? Watch this crickets now. Watch this.
No, I'm following within the confines of the show. I saw a classroom moment to highlight the panel. I mean, the premise of the show.
Right. So
I'm fortifying a statement that Hamp made earlier.
Right. So that's how I showed up on the panel. Checkmate.
Well, yeah, yes,
Checkmate.
you did.
Nigga, we was 10 minutes into the conversation when I made that statement.
No, when it says how men show up, not literally how you initially walk in the door, it's how you present on panels. When they say how men show up, it's just your overall performance, not your initial opening. No, there's a difference.
Yeah, Aaron's
your overall presentation on the panel is as such.
Yes, Aaron's ugly ass, which nobody even knew. Nobody paid attention to. Nobody cared. You care. And it's okay that you care because now I get to have this moment from everybody. Well, you brought it up, so you obviously care. Now they're dumbing themselves down, right? So
no, I don't care.
Right? Like I said, is you and nobody else is gonna ever hold you niggas accountable. Why don't we do a show about that?
I saw it as a classroom opportunity. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
You obviously cared. You wasted your time to come up and do it.
Well, hold on. So I think the episode is trying to mine out those things. They could be what's it called? Passive aggressive. They could be direct. They're insults that unnecessarily happen, more specifically on men's panels than the women's, from my experience. So that's kind of what we were talking about. Bean's question. So even if he points it out 10 minutes later, once it's time to talk, is he within his right to do so, or is he also derailing at that juncture?
I wouldn't. I'm making an argument, right?
No. I'm asking. Do you think he's actually derailing? Like once you step back from? Okay. So what is actually the thing that is least necessary? Him bringing it back up, or the and I think it's a slight unjust in my opinion. So you think that now is he bringing it back up once he gets his time to talk, or he should just let it slide?
So he was off the panel and he came back on the panel to address me calling him ugly. He can make the argument that he did it to highlight the topic of the show. That's fine. I don't care. This is why I'm saying it. To me, it's not derailing, right? But the narrative tomorrow and right now, probably in the chat, is that I'm derailing when he's the one who came up and brought it back.
It's actually on topic. It's actually on topic. It's not derailing at all. Nobody has made a determination. We're just trying to mine it out, and it seems to be a tangible example that just happened, as opposed to me playing clips from months ago.
So if that's the case, then if you're going to talk about how men show up on panels, then maybe you ought to talk about why.
Well,
that's
first,
what we're talking about,
right?
That's the thing, though. So, all right. So here's what happens. Also, it's 8 hours and 47 minutes, right? So we've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And things came up and it goes back and forth. We can talk about the why, but we can also talk about what happened just now and see where that falls. I think that's okay to do.
So, yeah, I would like to juxtapose how men show up on panels against how women shows up on panels, right? Just to kind of provide a point of contrast. And Hamp, you even said it earlier in the show that women end up looking like they're showing up better than men, or you at least as a panel moderator, you have a greater ability to control the tone and temperature of the panel when it's all women as opposed to men in time of conflict. And I would say that, again, evidence today would support that, where me and Sherel we're having a back and forth trying to understand each other, but there was no disrespect on either side, right? The conversation was very much genuine. It was in good faith. We had two opposing positions. We listened to each other. Even when it got to a point where I'm like trying to drive my thing home, she's trying to drive her thing home. At the end of the day, it didn't derail. It wasn't demonstrative. It was a well-executed back and forth that ended, and we can agree to disagree, and that's fine. And the love and respect is maintained. She's resolute in her position. I'm resolute in mine. But now we have a greater understanding, and I think we both walk away with a greater understanding, enlightenment, and knowledge, even if we don't agree. And that's okay. But to juxtapose that against the way men show up on the panel, I would agree that women probably show up a little better, especially in times of conflict. That's a classroom example to fortify that point that happened today.
And that's because the women are more accountable than the men.
And it's
I didn't say that.
I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying that.
No, I'm talking to the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I'm saying the women are more accountable than the men, specifically because we're talking about on these panels.
No, the women are more docile when there's other women around. Because when they most of the time when we on these shows, when they going against me and because Sherel, she didn't do that today. We're not talking about Sherel, we're not talking about Cali. But most of the time when we're on the shows, the women are the first ones to go at the men. So we got to be honest about that part.
I mean,
try to
mate,
agree with each other.
Sherel has been nothing but brilliant. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I make sure we went talking. We make sure we ain't talking about Sherel or Cali Bev or Kiki. Well, Kiki ain't saying in a minute, but I'll just make sure we do that. Ain't
my
it.
experience is brilliant with her, you know, and
Well,
I've seen them oppose others, and you know what I mean. But I mean that's their prerogative. But even when
And
they
what I can
oppose
say
me,
is, I think even though me and Aaron, because conversations are supposed to be a building factor of me bringing what I understand to his understanding, and that's trying to find a common ground in there, and then understanding where we're missing at each other, because I may be at a different level of understanding than him because we come from different backgrounds. But what happens is, what I said with the women is, women drop the ego when there's respect. Aaron is respectful to me. You know what I'm saying? He is respectful and he is being genuine and he is really actually trying to understand where I'm coming from. So even if I gotta take it from me, because I'm talking to here, and bring it down and talk a little slower or pause when he needs me to pause, because I talk fast. I know, and I overtalk. Just like Beans was able to say, Rel, let it marinate, drive this home. Hemp does the same thing. I don't go off on them for stopping me because I know I'm aware of my stuff. I'm aware I can go and it be brrr. So because that's respect, I can take my ego, put my ego up and say, let's just have this honest conversation. And then Aaron's not coming in it with ego. And that's why it can stay respectful and we can get to the bottom of it. But when people bring their ego, it typically it just starts to derail and it goes into something else.
And I think the crux of the conversation was the ego in itself as it pertains to men, right? Especially when we're battling each other and seemingly competing when it's just a conversation.
That's it. Competing egos tend to cause a cycle of inflating egos that climb steps, so to speak.
So does that, my thing is this, when you talk about how men show up on panels, does that include a lack of integrity?
Sure.
Yes.
Do you care about it?
Yeah.
What about honesty? Do you care about it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What's the follow-up?
The follow-up is that you know from here on out, I'm gonna hold you to it.
No, see, and that's the other thing. That's an ego-driven thing as well, right? The only reason here's what I'm saying. Like when you say I'm gonna hold you to it, it's because of how I operate. That I make choices to listen, to understand, to take criticism and things of that nature. You know, so seemingly I'm not led by my ego. I'd rather have the conversation. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. You know, but at the same time, my integrity and my honesty holds me to it. You guys make assertions into what you think is wrong and right, and then try to hold me to that. As an example, like when it said like on the other penny, like this is what they be talking about, and who's they? Like I don't even understand that. Or it's like so you let him do it, but not me. I'm just like I may not catch everything, but it's not intentional. But there's an assertion made as though it's intentional. So the only reason why people can hold me to anything is because I'm putting my ego aside to listen to the criticism, and where I can apply it, I do so. So I think that even that's broken, right? Because who's not being honest, who's not being integral, it's hard to even see because we only have so much information.
Really?
Yeah, generally speaking, right? I don't know where people are coming from, what they've been through, like Sherel was saying, right? So am I going to just call them a liar? Or am I listening to what they're saying? I don't know if they're lying. They processing the information as they see it. These are all opinion-based conversations. You know how you applaud me for the fact that I'll be like, you know what? He's right. You applaud me because you know that is unusual. So with that being unusual, how can you have an expectation of me to mine out everybody lying and whatnot? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's too broad, right? You're using it too broad. And if I'm allowed to make a joke, don't victimize yourself. Right,
me?
But you're using it's a joke. It was a joke, but don't use it too broad. What I'm saying is this: I
Yes,
think
sir.
I've heard you use the word disingenuous before. Would I be correct in that assessment?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means then you know what it looks like. And what is the
Yeah,
basis of a person being disingenuous? They're lying, right? they're lacking in integrity in the moment. This is why they're being disingenuous.
No. See, disingenuous isn't always lying, right?
I didn't say it was. I'm saying what is the
Okay, all
basis?
right. So
of
I'm about to tell you, right? I'm about to tell you. Disingenuous is when people are like facetious. That can be also be disingenuous. Oftentimes, when you hear me use it, is when people are operating facetiously. I'm never calling anybody a liar. Like when I use it with Cali, when she was like framing it, I'm like, come on, Cali, because you know that there's qualifiers to standards. When she, when we're talking about sex and things of that nature. So I felt as though she was being facetious, which is disingenuous in that instance.
So you don't agree with the sentiment that withholding information is the same thing as lying?
Is omission lying?
Yes.
Yes, I think more so. Yeah.
So why are we discussing this? This is my
because
point.
No. You didn't make a point because you remember what I said earlier. No, watch this. You remember you didn't make a point. Why? Because what did I say earlier? You don't have all the information to know if somebody's omitting. Right. So if I don't have all information as to why Callie's saying what she's saying, I can't say she's omitting because I don't know. It would be pure speculation. You cannot go off speculation and then hold people accountable to a standard that you're trying to create.
Kelly is a bad example, and I feel like you're using her on purpose.
Why am I using her? Why is she a bad
example?
Because
we know she's not being disingenuous. That's the point. What I'm saying is
what in that particular conversation, that's what we're using that, right? Based on what just happened. Right. So I can't qualify if for instance, she said she got better pussy management.
Mm-hmm.
She could have been on motherfucking Hunts Point before she got married.
Yeah, but
if I don't know, sorry, Cali, Hunts Point is in New York. You may not know what it is, but so if she omits that information and she tell me she got pussy management, I'm gonna say, okay, fuck it then.
That's
but
not.
If I find out that nigga was on Hunts Point, so that's the standard breakdown.
What I'm saying is this, Ham. When by your own admission, omission is the same as lying. And what I'm saying is, you also don't make me get the clips. You have literally said, "Come on, man," because you know people are being pretentious. You know they are lying. You know they are holding back. You know they are just saying something to be saying it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Cali Bev maybe not completely thinking something all the way through. That's what I'm saying. You know when a person is doing the bullshit, bro. Again, just like
you can identify it. You can identify it, yes, but you may not identify it all the times for several different reasons. Go ahead.
Okay, so when I say out of my mouth that Aaron said that I was wrong when I said that Fantastic started the cutting off, and he said, no, it wasn't. And I said, I showed everybody that it was Fantastic. And then he jumped straight to, well, did I say the words out of my mouth? Is that disingenuous?
I think that's gaslighting.
I'm sorry, Sherel. Please let him answer.
You're not Bean. Let me make something clear to you.
I just asked.
I know, but let me make something. Let me make something clear to you, right? You're not doing anything, right? We're having a conversation.
I'm trying to make sure we understand each other.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to see if you're going to be honest with me.
No, see that part, right? You don't determine that. You're not determining that as we speak. It's a conversation back and forth. See, that's the part that I think derails in general. You trying to see if I'm being honest. You think you asking me questions to prove something? We having a genuine conversation.
Damn, take me literally. Stop interpret. Don't interpret.
All right, so watch this because you think you saw something and you think based on the evidence that you have that I'm gonna lie. If I didn't see it or I don't know what you're referencing and I give you an answer, you can't call me a liar after that. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Why do I think you're gonna lie?
I don't think you do. I think you said
based on evidence
because you said listen to me close because you said that I'm gonna see if you're being honest.
Yes.
So you're making an assumption like I even know what the clip looks like.
No. I'm making the assumption that I believe you're going to lie to me, Hamp. So my question is, why do I believe you're
based on some clip? Based on some clip. No, right?
Please
so
listen to me.
If I don't have you listen to me. If I don't have the clip, then if I answer, right? If I answer, you're going to try to determine if I'm lying or not. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, everybody does it, Hamp. You literally just said that you can tell when somebody is omitting information. That's literally you saying you can tell when somebody's lying.
Dean, see, that's the thing. You're not actually conversing. I said if they omit information, I don't know. You don't know everything about everybody, right? Remember, I just said that. So that's why I made an example with Cali and Hunt's Point. If she omits the information of Hunt's Point, I don't know that until she tells me. That's what I literally just said. Now, to answer your question, was Aaron being disingenuous? If you're saying you perceived him moving his mouth and saying no and shaking his head when you said Mr. Fantastic started it,
that's what I'm not that Hamp, not that Hamp, not that. That's not what I'm asking.
But that's okay though. But at that point, if he's sitting up here saying let me the clip and he did all of that, he's being disingenuous at that point.
That's what I'm asking you is if I say this is what you did and you don't address that, you try to go to another thing and address something else. Well, did you hear the words I said? That's what I'm asking you. Isn't that being disingenuous?
Yes.
Okay. So, and that's what I'm saying. When I asked you, why is it that you think I'm lying? Or why is it that I think you're going to lie to me, Hamp? It's not because you're a liar. It's because in my experience, motherfuckers lie.
Okay.
That's the point. This is what I'm saying. Just had a conversation with me. Don't interpret, take me literally. I'm not these other niggas. I'm not lacking in integrity.
But you see what I'm saying? That part of information right there is crucial to the conversation. Because your experience
you so that you didn't assume any of that other stuff, bro. It's me.
My bad.
Yeah, it's me. So that's what I'm saying. In that moment, he was fucking being disingenuous, right?
Got you.
I'm saying call that shit out, right? Like why do we pick and choose what we want to call out about how the men show up on the panel? Call it all out, or don't say none about none of it. That's my opinion. It's not a demand.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think that this is the reason for the conversation. Like, what shows up where's the facetiousness, the disingenuous nature, the lying, the insults for no reason. And so that is one, right? And that's the reason why on This Might Be Risky, we have the camera on, right? Because that enhances the conversation greatly. You have body language and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I asked you, is integrity important? Is lying important? When I say I'm gonna hold you to it, it's not me saying like I'm gonna check you. It's me, nigga. Like, I'm gonna say something. Like it's I am who I am, and I ain't never lied about who I am, bro. The same way how I expect niggas to say shit to me when it's me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, don't I don't even be knowing, like, I didn't even know you had a show on it. And so when the conversation is coming up, it's like, what is going on? But now that I understand it, you know what I'm saying? But even this tends to happen like with the guys so much, you know, and it's just like, why? Like the whys is what we've been mining out, you know.
Do you mind playing that?
Before we go, and I would like to ask a couple of questions.
Just hold on real quick, Aaron, please, if you don't mind. You see it down there?
Yeah, this part, I don't see it as this just yet, but I need to process this more here. Like, I don't see it as that just yet, as but I need to process this a little bit more.
See, but that's crazy to me, right? Not what you saying that, right? That's basically this is what these. I'm not saying you, because just not. I don't believe you're doing this at all. But a lot of guys create cults. They create echo chambers. If you even disagree with them on their channel, you're blocked, right? And that's what that is. Though they got to stop coming for you. What you mean? We got to stop holding him accountable? He hold us accountable.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't
able to hold each other accountable.
It wasn't so much accountability, it's just like modus operandi, right? So it's like the operation, people want to critique the operation, but this is mine. So when people are critiquing how you operate on your thing, that can be seen as not accountability, but other things that are negative.
Yeah, I guess I just ain't processing it that way. It's if I see a guy speeding down the street, he doing 50, police get behind him, the police pull him over, give him a ticket, he go, police park back right there. Another car come doing 50, he don't give him a ticket. What the fuck, fam? Yo, what you on, B? Why did you give the first guy a ticket and not the second guy? Right? I don't a lot of shit come off as bullying to me, Hemp. When you gonna address one person and not the other person, that come off as bullying to me. This is based on my experience. I acknowledge that, right? When you say something about one thing that's disruptive to the panel, but you don't say something about the other thing that's disruptive to the panel, it comes off as bullying, right? So that's why I address it. I'm not coming for him. I'm not coming for Aaron. I'm coming for the bullshit. And I don't give a fuck who does it. And if you think I'm wrong for that, then y'all know what to do. It's just real talk. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why do certain people in these spaces, we should not create spaces where certain people get away with certain shit and others don't. That makes no sense.
Well, all of y'all do it though, Beans. All of y'all do it.
All of us do what?
All of y'all show favoritism. All of y'all do the shit that you saying right now that you accusing Hemp of doing. Everybody do it. So
this
if
is
that's
bullshit.
the case, then nobody don't need to even talk about that because everybody do it.
This is bullshit. So wait a minute, hold on real quick, because he just accused me of this fugazi ass bullshit, right? So Kiki, would you say that I hold everybody to the same intellectual standard?
Yes, you do.
Checkmate. Fuck what you talking about?
Okay,
nigga.
so let's talk about. Don't checkmate shit before I get my part in. Okay, so we checkmating. So because you just showed that you was a hypocrite anyway, because you talking about kicking folks off your show for their opinions and shit like that and all that bullshit, right? So you kicked me off the show. You took my wrench and blocked me off your show. Then when I told you your boy he agreed with me, what did you do? You didn't kick him off. Y'all still doing the show together. So how in the hell how you trying to hold somebody else accountable for being having integrity, and you don't do it?
So watch this, Hamp. Let me show you real quick if you don't mind. So first of all, I said in the chats, I didn't say shit about the panels. I said I kicked the motherfuckers out the chats. Wait, but this is what I'm saying, Hamp.
We ain't got to do it, Hamp. We can cut it off because I ain't. That's
he gotta clear it up. Go ahead, Beans. Clear up what you have to be able to respond to. I just really prefer that, you know what I mean, those things be worked out just in a different way. Go ahead, Beans. You have to be able to respond because he said what he said.
I don't have to. It's not that important. I deal with it on my show. But I really want to get your opinion on the clip anyway. So that don't matter.
Okay.
That's easy.
All right.
Before we go to the clip, can I ask my two questions?
Absolutely, if Ham don't mind.
Actually, I have since forgotten them. So at this point.
LOL.
All right. So this is the clip with Aaron, right?
Yes, absolutely. So specifically for you, Hamp, I just want you to pay attention to Aaron. That's all I want you to do.
Come on, man. I just love spinning these fucking narratives, bro. I don't understand that shit.
I'm saying y'all go back and forth all the time, right?
Okay, but Hamp, he started. That's the fucking point.
Look at Aaron.
Huh?
Yeah, don't worry about it, Aaron. As long as he don't.
Oh, I remember that moment.
Was he disagreeing? Can I just talk to him for a second? Was he disagreeing with me about the fact that Fantastic started the interrupting shit?
It looks like it, yes.
Okay. So if I rewind the video back to me and Fantastic talking, and Fantastic was the first one to start the interrupting shit, and he does not just say without excuses, damn, I was wrong, would he be being disingenuous?
Yes.
Without excuses. You see all the different caveats and limitations he puts on it. First of all, what he's not going to ask you is, what did I actually say when I shook my head? I remember that moment in time, and I can tell you what I said. And he can't tell you I said this because you can't hear me saying it. I said, this is crazy. I shook my head and said, this is crazy, because if you listen to what he said, he started it. And in my mind, I went and thought, this is like a bunch of children. This is crazy. I wasn't saying he didn't start this. And I don't think there's anywhere on that clip where it says I said specifically he didn't start this.
Yeah.
I said, this is crazy.
Yeah. I thank you 100%. So for everybody who watched that show, checkmate. I told y'all this was going to happen. Did I not tell y'all?
Do you have the evidence to support what you're saying? Do you have me saying, that moment where I shook my head, you had me saying, I believe you were not correct.
Yes, absolutely. We not
Let's slow motion.
The evidence.
No, let's hear it. Where I shook my head that moment in time, I'm telling you, you weren't correct. Let's hear it.
Right. So he just made the argument about me adding a caveat. We just played the clip. We know we can't hear him. right? So who's adding the caveat?
Oh, if you know
So-
you can't hear me, how do you know what I said?
So
You saw me say, but my head is shaking. You can't discern what my lips are saying. This is an assumption, Beans. You're asking me to concede on something you assumed because in the moment you were in your feelings, but there's no way to discern any evidence that I said what you're saying I said. If you look at the clip, play the clip back.
Well, so here's the thing. No, hold on, Sherel. Here's the thing. Said is, I think, is what you're focused on. Body language speaks. So based on that body language, Aaron, it looks like you are disagreeing with his sentiment that he shared immediately.
I'll concede to that all night long.
Okay.
I can see 100% how it looks like I disagreed with him. Yes. That is not a problem to concede to at all.
But I want to say this. I know for a fact this how things go all the time. When I be up here a lot of times and I see the show about to go in the derail, I start shaking my head like, God damn, here we go. That's what I think that Aaron was doing.
That's right. That's exactly
here we
what
go with this bullshit. That's what it was. I don't think he was saying that fantastic didn't start it. I'm thinking he's saying here go the bullshit.
Yeah.
That's exactly, if you listen to the conversation and look at the timing of it, you can see that's exactly how someone would think such a thing.
You can
we were 40 minutes into the conversation.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Aaron, let me ask you a question. What were you articulating at that juncture?
That this is crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, this is nuts. This is crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he started it. When he said that, the way it sounded very juvenile. The whole he started it, and I'm like, this is crazy.
Oh, somebody did say you could slow it down, didn't they? That is wild.
Play it one more time.
They said you could slow it down. You can't slow it down.
Play it one more time, Beans.
As long as he don't make this shit.
You sped it up.
Yeah, I didn't mean to speed it up. Slow it down. Oh, going up is slowing it down, not like on the app. That might be too slow, huh?
No, go ahead. Is it playing? Yeah, that's way
go to
slow.
75. Go to 75 so you understand it.
Yeah, go 0.75 because you way
103. Now,
and then
watch
when you
this.
click on it, but y'all do it all the time. That's all I'm saying. Come on, man.
I just love spinning these fucking narratives, bro. I don't understand that shit.
I'm saying y'all go back and forth all the time, right?
Okay, but he started. That's the fucking point.
Look at Aaron.
Huh?
Yeah, don't worry about it, Aaron.
That was here we go again.
No, I said this is crazy.
Yeah, that's what that was. That was this is crazy.
This is
that's
crazy.
What we just saw.
Beans. You know what that was? That was little podcast all over
again and again and again. I'm trying to tell you, Sherel, when you live through this shit, it's okay to have the expectations.
Your ass is scarred, Beans. That's on you, Beans. You scarred. They triggered your trauma.
That's a fact.
They just triggered your trauma, Beans, because in a way we can, as long as he's able to acknowledge him shaking his head, you could perceive that as him saying fantastic was wrong. You still have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he triggered your trauma when they did it to you the first time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But unless you have a multitude of times where Aaron has been disingenuous over and over and over and over and over again, and you can actually categorize that, Hamp is saying he gonna give Aaron the benefit of the doubt. But if Aaron was always on bullshit, Hamp would be like, yeah, that's that. But because people know Aaron not to be on bullshit, they just want to give him the benefit of the doubt and feel like he probably just saying, like I just said when he came up here and asked you a question. In my head, I mean, I've rolled my eyes. I said, we about to change the whole fucking subject of the show and be talking about y'all drama for the next hour.
But Sherel, guess what? That's how successful men get away with shit.
This was an ego session.
Everybody want to give them the benefit of the doubt instead of just being honest about what they just saw.
Fantastic in the show.
Everybody know damn well his lips didn't say no. This crazy shit. Everybody know that his lips didn't even form this.
This isn't work. All right, folks. You have a good one. This isn't what I came to do. It's not worth my
It's not.
honestly, but
It's not. You're never gonna
you
take
guys have a
accountability.
good one. Take care of yourselves. Always a pleasure.
Be
Okay.
safe, man.
We love you, Big Aaron.